second segment. In this part, we'll explore the perspectives of reviewers regarding the movie. We'll look at feedbacks from platforms like Rotten Tomatoes, IMDb, Letterboxd, and more. As of the day we're filming, which is the 6th of April 2024, the movie is rated at a 56% on Rotten Tomatoes. So, Kes, what is your first review?
Okay, the first one I have brings out a little bit of mathematical equation that I thought was really funny when you put it that way. Okay, so basically it says Game of Thrones meets Ready or Not with a dash of How to Train Your Dragon.
Okay.
Yep,
Okay, well, that is a smart review.
I
I
know.
wouldn't probably not think of that. If I had to write a review, I would probably not think of that. But the person who wrote it, I give you props.
Yep.
Good. That was smart. Okay, so my first review says, how in the world did they convince multiple girls to marry him?
Like honestly, yeah, he didn't even seem that interesting at all. Like, excuse me, but
Yeah, the
mm.
thing is, like, he seemed so bland.
Oh,
So bland. So I guess the only thing they'd probably do is like go far away where they know like the region or like the village needs money. So like
yeah.
girls will be desperate for the money and then
Yeah.
recruit those girls. Because if the girls were like royalty like him, I'm pretty sure they would not marry that person because like he has no depth to him.
They
The
probably
character was so
also
bland.
they probably also know that like he changes wives every other month or something. Now that I think of it, because Elodie wasn't there for months, but as soon as she got out and went back to the castle, he was already marrying another girl. Like, dang, relax.
Uh No, from what I understood, they're rolling the girls. Remember in like the first
Oh,
scene where when Elodie arrived on the balcony, she like saw another girl that was like in another room, and then her and the girl smiled to each other, but Elodie didn't know the girl. And then the girl was called by like I guess someone, server or something, I don't know, was called by
mm-hmm.
someone, and then she left. So I think the girl married the prince, and then you remember Elodie saw people with like I don't remember fire sticks. I don't remember the world, but like she saw people
Oh,
with like fire heading down like the cave. So I think another
yeah.
girl had been sacrificed before her, and then there was Elodie, and
Lord
then
have
another girl
mercy.
was supposed to be sacrificed after her. So like from what they said, they needed three girls, so I think they like lined up three girls to like marry the prince back to back to back. And you know when Elodie didn't
Makes
die, they
sense.
used her sister, so that's why. But
Okay.
I still don't understand why they how they convinced that quantity of girls to marry that guy, honestly.
Agreed. Because honestly, no. No, 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 no. Something feels
Yeah,
off about you. Go away.
so
This one, wait, I'm just gonna read it. So they expect me to believe she perfectly cut her hair with a knife. Why does she keep screaming, especially knowing there's a dragon after her? What happened to Angela Bassett and why is her acting so bad? Are the dialogues so flat and why did I still like this? That was me during the movie. Personally, that was me because one thing that I really hated was when she kept talking while she was like with the dragon. Literally, the dragon said, I can hear her and I can smell her. Why do you keep doing that? Like,
no,
excuse
for
me?
me it was when she kept screaming in the beginning. I was
Like,
like, girl,
jeez.
shush.
Like, what? You are being chased by a mythical creature who wants to kill you. Why are you talking? Why
Mm-hmm.
are you even breathing so loudly?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
and there were so many other things that like made no sense or like we
Mm-hmm.
said before weren't explained, but for some reason I did not mind watching the movie. Like, really, like
Mm-hmm.
when it ended I was like, okay, fine, moving on to the next. But yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't, I'd say, like, Elodie did not understand the, like, in the beginning, especially, she did not understand that dragons can hear a lot. So it seemed like she just like would go on and on and on. And I
Yeah,
agree, like, girl, just be quiet. Take it
exactly.
easy. No.
Honestly, I don't
Okay.
know what I would do in a situation like that, but that situation wouldn't exist because dragons don't exist. Huh. But
Yeah.
still, I feel like when you're being chased, it's a good idea to not be loud. But that's just
Yeah.
me. After,
Of
what do I
course.
know, right?
Yeah, like even in real life, you get chased by a murderer, don't scream.
Exactly.
Okay, so my second review says sexy dragon voice. Yep, I'm sold.
I'm telling you, the voice actress, she's such an icon. I love her. And that's probably the only reason why, like, I actually kind of like the dragon. Like,
Yeah, the voice.
okay. The last review that I have is the way there's always a bored, greedy Caucasian man at the center of generational curses, trauma, and catastrophes. Like, it's so true. The
Yeah,
soldiers were walking, found the cave, found the three eggs just chilling, and they were like, you know what? Yes, we're killing those. Like,
I'm
you
sold. Yeah.
you kind of deserve death. Honestly, if I was the dragon, immediately you're gone and I'm going for your kingdom. Like, I wouldn't be like, oh, you owe me three. No, no, no. We're taking care of this right now. But
Mm-hmm.
to each their own, I guess.
Yeah, honestly, like it was so unprovoked. And a lot of the
I
times when we
swear.
look at a history, it's always unprovoked.
Like, who asked? Just let us live. Let people live.
Yeah, it's always unprovoked. And then it's like, oh, it's like the fear of like, oh, they might do something to me makes you do something even worse. Cause like most of the time they never ever ever
Yeah.
think of like doing something bad to you. You're the one who acts on it, you know?
Yeah. But anyways,
That's a topic for another time.
exactly. Yes.
So let's go on to the next segment.
So, the next segment is very simple. We had to pick a character in the movie that we think literally murdered their role and came and did their thing on set. And it is the character that we would give an Oscar to. It doesn't necessarily have to be to the actor, it can be just the character itself. But yeah, this segment is called And the Oscar Goes to Becca. Your Oscar goes to who?
Mhm. My Oscar goes to Lady Bayford. Because
Okay.
honestly, she did like the opposite of what I thought she would do. You know, and like
Me too.
stories, the stepmother is the mean one. She's like not looking out
Yeah,
for the main character. She's rude. She's like, "Oh, I want to get over
yeah,
with her. I don't want to see her anymore." And instead, Lady Bayford was like even more of a mother figure and like a family member than the dad was, because the
yeah,
dad didn't care about selling Elodie, but Lady Mayford was like, dude, don't go, like I have a bad feeling, please
yeah.
don't go. And I loved her for that, honestly. Loved her. And you, Kes.
I just want to add, like, when even after she got stabbed, she went, even though she knew that maybe she wouldn't find Elodie, she still went to try and tell her. Like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
icon. Love her. Okay,
Yeah.
my Oscar goes to. It may be a little surprise, it may be not a surprise, but honestly, I feel like there weren't very much choices because they were all kind of bland and
Mm-hmm.
bad. But anyways, it
Yeah.
goes to Elodie. Whoa, what? That's crazy.
It's so surprising.
Yeah, what? Who thought? Yeah, I gave it to Elodie because, well, I think she was even though it was not really well explained. I think it was still kind of brave for her to try and get out of the cave because apparently only two of them tried to make it out, right? So if she is the second, I think that is bravery itself. And I think that for her to
Mm-hmm.
go back to save her sister, even though she went through it all and like got burned like
Mm-hmm.
100,000 times and somehow was fine, I
Mm-hmm.
think that's a little iconic. I think she's cool. So I'm giving her the Oscar.
Yeah, I agree. Honestly, I was thinking of Elodie too because I
Yeah,
mean she did her thing. She came and murdered the scene. Like she was good.
exactly.
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was our Oscar ceremony today, guys. If you guys have other
Yes.
people you would give an Oscar to, let us know. And let's move on to the last segment.
So for this last segment, we had to take yet another character, but a character that we think we would eat. You know, not like
Mhm.
actually, but like the role, the character. And yeah,
Yeah.
basically it can be based on anything, based on a scene, based on a personality trait, based on something they said, of who they are, etc. So do you want to go first?
Honestly, I would give you the opportunity. Go
All
ahead.
right, all right. So the character that I think that I would really slay, again maybe a little surprise, is the dragon. Oh, I know, I know,
What?
I know. Let me explain. Okay.
Because I've never heard I've you've never done the sexy voice for me, so I don't.
No,
I'm
not
not.
in
I'm
that way.
surprised.
No, no, no. More like in like the way she went about things. All right. See, I think I have a little problem where I'm also a little slow. All right. So, if you try to trick me, it might work. So, and that's what the white men did. They tricked the dragon. And
Mhm.
I know like we're like, "Oh, how come she didn't realize so many dollars?" I wouldn't realize either. If something made me really mad, I would just go for it, you know? And then be
Mhm.
like, "Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Next. Thank you. Next." And that's why I
Yeah.
took the dragon. Not a good thing, I
Okay, I
know,
get it.
but yeah.
I get it. I get it.
What about you?
Well, my Oscar, well, my Oscar. Oh, I'm not even in the right segment. Well, I would play, not surprising, honestly, Elodie.
Yep. Yep.
Because, honestly, I just did not know who else I would play
Yeah.
in the movie. So I just decided to go with Elodie. Because, I mean, I could put on my brave shoes on and try to
Yeah.
get out. And I'm not gonna lie, I feel like if I was in that cave, I would also try to get out. I would not stay
Yeah.
and try to die. But like I'd say the only way I would go about it differently than Elodie is that I know for a fact that I would not scream. I
Oh
would
yeah.
not scream and I would not talk to the dragon. And even if the dragon was trying to entertain a
Yeah.
conversation with me, Becca would ignore her for sure.
Like
That
what?
I know.
Excuse me. To go talk somewhere else. I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah.
Full on conversations.
She would have full on conversations with the
Like what?
dragon.
Okay, I guess.
Well, that was it for our episode today, guys. Let us know what you thought. Let us know if you want to add anything, participate to the conversation. We hope that you listened to the podcast episode all the way through and you liked it. And that we'll see you next week for a new episode.
And between Daenerys, Hiccup, and Elodie, which one would make the best dragon in itself? See you at the movies.
Bye, guys.
Bye.